welcome back to Down at the Allotment, to get the words out. And it's a glorious Sunday afternoon. Birds are twittering, a little bit of cloud in the sky. I'll tell you what, beautiful gardening weather. So today, what I've done this morning is, can see these here. These are my new potatoes, which are Charlotte's. The first earlies are now a bit late going in, but fingers crossed they'll be all right. And just in the corner, which you can't see, I've put my main crop Maris Pipers in. Now I've done Maris Pipers before, all good all rounder, nice potato. Now, rather than show you what I've done, I'll put a link to an earlier video that I did where I put the potatoes in. You can see that. I'll put a link in the description so you can have a look of how I planted my potatoes in those canvas planters, and that's it. So the job for this afternoon, nice and easy. So I've got some seeds. So I've got little gem lettuce is going in. My carrots, Nantes 5, they're going in. I've got my hollow crown parsnips, they're going to go in. And you can't beat a bit of rocket wild variety. So they're going to go in. And what I'll show you as well is a tool I think every gardener should have. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move out some of these little bits of wood. There we are. Tell you what, that soil's nice and warm. Wow. Right, so these are really small. Where did I put them? Yeah, here. Really small seeds, unbelievably small. I suppose you can see them, or no, I can't see them from the camera. Anyway, nice little. Put them all on there. Now, you know, I think I've said this on a previous video about my inspiration for having a garden. Is when I was little, I used to go to my dad's allotment, which is about, about a mile away from where we lived. So my dad would go down every morning, especially in summer. I always remember him. And I'd go down with him at the weekends, and they'd open the greenhouse, and the smell of the tomatoes coming out of the greenhouse, unbelievable. Always stuck with me. And I used to love going down to the garden with him. And then, you know, he passed away a few years ago, back in 2023. And you know, it's like most things, isn't it? As you get older, when you're young, you don't really appreciate your parents, do you? As much as you do when you're older. You don't. When you're young, you think you know everything, don't you? You do. Well, you think you know everything. You don't know everything, but you think you do. And you don't appreciate them. Because, and this is true, you think they're always going to be there. They're one of life's constants, aren't they, your mum and dad? One of life's constants. You've only ever known a world with them in it. And it's not until you get older and a little bit wiser that you start to appreciate them. And I think, and it wasn't until later in my years that I started to appreciate mum and dad more, as, again, they started getting older. And yeah, I've just been thinking a lot about my dad. I always think about him, but more recently, where you just want to ask them questions, don't you? You want to ask them his advice about the allotment. What would he do? What would he grow? What wouldn't he grow? I remember asking him these questions before, but I think it's even more now as I'm getting older. It's the what ifs, isn't it? It's not what ifs, isn't it? If only. Is it if only? If only I've asked him anyway. It's just, yeah, I just want to ask him his advice. And he's not here to give it. But that's his life, isn't it? So, yeah, I think what I'm saying is appreciate your mum and dad. You do. which I did as I got older. I did appreciate my mum and dad. So, life's lesson, always appreciate your parents. There we go. That's it. Just wanted to say that is all. Right, so this is all done. God, they went everywhere, didn't they? Right, that's it. That is my carrots done. And that's that. That's my carrots done. Now my parsnips, I'll do exactly the same, and that's going to be in that bed right there. Do exactly the same thing. I've got my rows already channeled out. Same thing with the parsnips, and that's it. Now, can you see this? Right, so razor hoe. Right, got to be careful. So, yeah. Now, see, if you get it deep enough, it brings out the roots as well. Well, it didn't root come out of that, but anyway, you get the idea. This is one. Oh, careful, let me. There we are. There we are. Roots in there as well. Perfect. So yeah, the razor hoe, the best things I ever got. So yeah, worth getting. You know, I just realised then, and I've just been chuckling to myself. It just shows you as time progresses and the years go on. The first time I started the allotment, right, I was so precise in everything that I did, and now it's just a case of really the seeds don't care, do they? I know it says it, but it just get in the ground, the seed, and they'll sort it out, won't they? So I've just basically thrown these seeds in. And a few years ago, when I first started this allotment, right, and I've never done that, each seed would have been put in precise on every single one. Whereas now, just throw it in. There we are. So that's the parsnips done. They're in. There we are. So fingers crossed. Come autumn. Ooh, lovely roasted parsnips. Come Christmas. Yes. I'll put that there so I know what's what. And obviously, I've got this video for reference. So I shall get the old little gem. I tell you what, you can't go wrong with a little gem, can you? Oh, oh, did you see that? Now, uh, what? I'm going to have a nice pile of, a nice little harvest of lettuce here now. It's going to spring out just where the wood chip is. Ah, oh, clumsy, ham-fisted fingers of butter. That's the lettuce done. And now the old Rocket Wild, a delicious, pungent addition to salads. And I tell you what, hey, this is a good, I tell you what Rocket is, and I found this out. It's a good substitute for foods that, instead of having baby spinach, right, which to be honest, when you buy baby spinach, you've got to buy a bag about that size, haven't you? Baby spinach. We're only using half of it. But as an alternative to baby spinach in a recipe that requires it to wilt down, Rocket. I've tried it. It works. Obviously, it takes less time to wilt down than baby spinach, so just be mindful that you need to put it in more or less towards the end of when it's more or less ready. But recommend Rocket instead of as a substitute to baby spinach. There we are. Sunday Kitchen, episode 1. Right. Blimey. I forgot how small these were. Can you see them? But you can't, because I can hardly see them either. Blimey. Now they're small. Oh dear. I've dropped a clanger there, haven't I? That'll teach me. I honestly thought there was more seeds in than that. Well, that'll teach me. thought there's more season in that. I've just been throwing them in left, right, and centre. Right, that's it. Let's cover that up. That's that. So that's the rocket on that side. So that's it. That's it for today. Yeah. Parsnips are in. Won't get them until autumn time. Carrots, again, towards the end of mid summer, end of summertime. And I've got my spuds in as well. Not as much this year. Again, I've got plans to extend out the allotment. That's still ongoing. I'm on the lookout for cardboard, you know. Yeah, I've got. I just need lots of cardboard to put on the grass, and then the wood chipping to go on top. So I'm scavenging cardboard at the minute. So yeah, it's going to extend out there. So this year, I'm not planting much compared to what in previous years, but hopefully, well, come next year, the allotment will be all extended out, and then I can do a lot more veg. So yeah, that's it. So hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along, and again, like and subscribe. Happy gardening. So until next time, make the most of this lovely weather, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.